special Halloween episode of Toy Talk. I'm at my favorite restaurant, the Broken Wheel Truck Stop. Tonight, I've got a heart-pounding story of unbelievable horror. It involves a truck stop in North Carolina, just outside Wilmington, called the Dixie Boy Truck Stop. Our story starts with a question. What is the most valuable asset in a trucking business besides the customer? Is it the truck, the terminal, the mechanics, the dispatcher, the office workers, or the drivers? I say it is the drivers. Without the drivers, the rest of the trucking business would just not exist. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and this is another adventure in Toy Talk. The driver truly is the best asset for a trucking company. Of course, a great truck is essential. To this end, in 1967, the White Motor Company created the White Western Star. The Western Star was rugged and dependable. Drivers all over wished for a Western Star. As you know, drivers usually maintain complete control of their trucks. But on one seemingly normal day, like any other day, drivers pulled into truck stops for the usual things. You know, food and fuel. We all know that. But the drivers that pulled into the Dixie Boy Truck Stop on that fateful day hadn't a clue about what was going to happen. As Earth slowly passed through the tail of a green comet, all mechanical devices came to life and started to attack humans. And the drivers' trucks started to do unusual things. Some of the trucks that were shut down started up. Others that were left idling started to move. Yes, I said move without their drivers. The drivers that were in the yard tried to regain control of their trucks, but they were run down. No one could figure out what was going on. Many movies have been made featuring a Western Star truck. The characters the trucks played ranged from good to evil. This is a tale about one Western Star who had gone to the dark side. I mean, really evil. Stephen King, writer of tales of ghastly horror stories, wrote a short story of unbelievable horror titled Trucks. The story was rewritten into a movie script titled Maximum Overdrive. The movie featured a 1981 Model 4800 White Western Star as one of the villains. The truck was owned by a company named Happy Toyz. The Happy Toyz company used the truck for promotional purposes and had a hideous green goblin head covering the front of the hood. One day, the Green Goblin drove into the Dixie Boy Truck Stop on its way to a company store in Wilmington, North Carolina. Coincidentally, at the same time, Earth started to pass through the tail of a green comet. Nothing alarming about that. In fact, it was hardly even noticed. The Green Goblin truck was functioning normally. The driver was not aware that the Earth was passing through the tail of a comet. The comet, it must have been pure evil because it turned all the machines everywhere into killers. Absurd to say the least, but anything can happen in a fictional story. As the story unfolds, the Green Goblin pulls into the truck stop. It is affected by the green comet, and it joins the other trucks in trying to kill all the drivers and the other people hiding out in the Dixie Boy truck stop. With burning red eyes, the Green Goblin joins the mad killing spree. You really must see the movie. Now to the point. First Gear just released a new tooling of a White Western Star 4800. Not only did First Gear develop a new tooling for a White Western Star, but also First Gear mounted on the front of the cab Stephen King's Green Goblin head. Yes, you heard me correctly. Stephen King's Green Goblin head. The mask is a very good likeness of the mask used on the truck in the movie. The tractor comes with a van trailer having Happy Toyz in big letters across its sides and a clown face on its rear doors. And here we go, guys. This is that new White Western Star with a dry van trailer for Happy Toyz. It's made for the movie Maximum Overdrive as one of the starring vehicles in the movie, and it's got the Green Goblin hood on the front. DCP went all out and they created new packaging and everything. The Maximum Overdrive logo, the text on it, picture of the truck on the front, and some information on the back with some really cool graphics. Of information over on this side about this movie, Maximum Overdrive, and then that really cool, the Dixie Boy truck stop, and man, the artwork is phenomenal on this box. Then on the other side, you got the back of the truck that had the clown face. Really, really nice packaging. And even underneath, they did new packaging design. Really cool. They got the blood dripping off of the tires. Inside, it's got the two-piece blister that is taped up, and there is an extra set of mirrors up in the package so that you lose one, you're okay. And there it is, out of the package. Isn't that sharp? That black rims on the rear of the truck and on the trailer, just like in the movie with the chrome fronts. Black tractor, black trailer, really bright graphics. They did a good job on making those colors really stand out. Start off with the trailer and make you wait for the tractor. The trailer, it's their old DCP 40-foot dry van. This tooling has been around for a long time. This one's all decked out in black with that Happy Toyz. Here comes another load of joy written down the side. They also put the marker lights up on top, and then the lower piece here is painted in a matte black while the rest of the trailer is in gloss black. The roof is in matte black, and so is the underside is in matte black. Rear axles with nice soft rubber tires, air brake canisters, working suspension. It has the spare tire and spare tire carrier, although they put a 5-hole or a 10-hole chrome wheel in it. They got 5-spoke Daytons on the trailer, so that's interesting. Screw down landing gear just like the rest you would always expect on DCP. Front is just an all black. Passenger side just like the driver's with the fancy graphics. The colors really stand out. On the back, you've got the clown face logo painted all over the two doors, just like in the movie, and it's got Happy Toyz written there. Marker lights up top, brake lights, and turn signals tampoed. Doors do open to show off the dry van interior, which is wooden in this one, all wooden lined. Really nice trailer. And oh yeah, the mud flaps are just black. They did a good job of making sure this truck looks just like the real one. For the new tooling from DCP, it is the White Western Star. This is a brand new tooling for them. It does have an opening hood, detailed engine under the hood. They went with an inline 6, and they painted it Cummins brown, cream, and it has a turbocharger. However, in the movie, it had a Detroit 2-stroke V8 diesel. So it's not quite the right engine for the movie, but this is probably going to be more popular overall for the tooling. The dual air breathers are there. It has dual chrome exhausts that don't go too high above the cab, just like in the movie. Chrome fuel tank, chrome front wheels, painted black wheels, and a nice 36-inch coffin box sleeper. Airlines, brake lines on a pogo stick. Brake lights here are tampoed in red, and the mud flaps are in black. No logos there. Underneath, you've got your air brake canisters on your axles, differentials, drive shafts, the soft rubber tires, air tanks for the air brake system, bottom of the engine and bottom of the transmission detail, plus you can see the pipe coming out to Y out for the dual exhaust. Bottom of the chrome tanks. It has the typical positionable steering, and it kind of works. I wish they'd just go with straight axles so that the wheels don't wobble so much, but a lot of people like them, so they keep going at it. Over here on the passenger side, looks just like the driver's. I mean, this truck in the movie was simple. It was just a plain black truck, but where they really came out was right here on the front. They added this really hideous green Goblin head. It was made all out of fiberglass on the real one, and this one here, it feels kind of like a rubber material. It might be resin, but I think it's a rubber. And it goes up, it molds on top of the hood, and it goes in front of the grill. Behind the grill, there isn't one, but there is a nice chrome bumper with tapered ends on it. Headlights are on each side with individual jewels inside chrome bezels. Turn signals are square box style, mounted on top of the fenders, just like Western Star ran, and then they tampoed them in orange. Up inside, it has seats, steering wheel, and dashboard all in black. Windows here are hard ABS plastic with the windshield wipers molded in, and then they tampoed the gaskets around. Up top, you've got your 5 roof lights and dual air horns. Also on top of the mirrors, it looks like they've got minder mirrors on top instead of on the bottom of those nice chrome mirrors. Really, really nice truck that they have made here, and with that green Goblin head and with the logo, if you are a movie fan, you gotta have this one. If you're a Western Star fan, you gotta have this one. And if you just like new toolings from DCP, you gotta have this one because it is the very first run of this new White Western Star cab. It's a nice new vintage cab that we have needed, and they finally came through for us. There's also the battery boxes back there under the sleeper. We'll hook him all up. The kingpin on these trailers is good for DCP trucks, but this fifth wheel seems just a little bit stiff. It's like it's not quite big enough in diameter, just a hair, so it goes in and it doesn't actually fall out. Oh, one other thing, it does have black quarter fenders on this one instead of chrome. Really, really sharp truck, and one for your collection. That is the White Western Star pulling the 40-foot dry van for Happy Toys. It has the green Goblin head from the movie Maximum Overdrive. It's a 1/64 scale model, and it was made by DCP. A really nice addition to anybody's collection. Stephen King's movie Maximum Overdrive was a horror movie set in and around the Dixie Boy truck stop just outside Wilmington, North Carolina. As a result of the movie, First Gear's made a new tooling for a White Western Star and dressed it up with a hideous green Goblin head as seen in the movie. Creative, to say the least. Stephen King, he wrote a good story, but he admits he directed a bad version of his story in a movie. I found the movie entertaining, campy, and more of a comedy than a serious horror movie. Even Stephen King said he had directed a bad movie, as evidenced by Stephen King answering a question about why he never directed another movie after Maximum Overdrive by responding, "Watch Maximum Overdrive." Nevertheless, I recommend the movie because of the number of vintage trucks that were used in making the movie. Thanks for watching. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and this has been another adventure of Toy Talk. Buy the Green Goblin truck if you dare. There's a link below to my revised web store, farmtoysandmore.com, and I still have several of the Green Goblin trucks still in stock. Once they are sold out, the link will disappear, just like the green comet.